Alright, it's been about a month since I did a garden tour, so here's a quick walk through the garden. Over here, let's see, window boxes first. Look, the chard is doing well. Actually need to eat this because it's eating time on that. So yeah, in the window boxes, even in the middle of summer, doing pretty well. The hydrangea is doing nice. A couple little chives, just doing so. Look, this is spicy oregano that is going to seed. All the basil that I have throughout the garden is not doing so great. I'm not really sure why. There's some little buggies that are eating it that I haven't been able to get rid of. But some other spices, 2 different types of oregano there. And then we have like parsley and cilantro. More parsley and cilantro. More basil that's doing so. Look at that lemon balm. Look at the size of that lemon balm. That thing is enormous. Look at this. I put that in last year, survived the winter, came back in spades. That thing's doing gangbusters. It's great. So over here on the other side of the porch, let's see. There's squash in here that's finally taken off, doing good. Got a couple of sunflowers. The bug, obviously, the birds and critters have been getting to the sunflower pretty bad. There's some thyme in there, and there's a different type of thyme there. I think German and some other kind. There's a little. Oh yeah, you actually look. See the seeds from the sunflowers from the bugs picking them apart. I have a tomato in here, an eggplant. That is another type of oregano there. And let's see, back here we've got. This is a squash, but I don't know what kind of squash that is. There's a tomato back there. Actually, the tomato's from a branch that I just stuck in the ground. This tomato plant is doing pretty well. And actually, oh damn, you know what? I need to tie that up onto the stake better. It's starting to lean over. And there's a pepper plant back there. That's right, yeah, I forgot about that. I think that's a cayenne. These onions are falling over. It might be time for me to harvest them. And then I got the big space. I'm going to have to stick one of my spare plants in there. Look at this. Get some green beans. Look, there's a nice sunflower. In here, there's a melon of some sort. I don't remember what kind, but it's starting to wind its way through there. And there's a cucumber climbing this trellis. There's a squash here. And, wait a minute. Is something chomping these? Because look, what the hell is that all about? Oh, no, this is a zucchini. That's right. Okay, yeah, it's a zucchini. So there we go. There's that stuff. Hops. More hops. Usually in the past, these have climbed up there, but I'm not letting them this year. So let's see. In here, we've got... This is watermelon, which is stretching all over now, just as intended. The idea is for the watermelon to crawl underneath the other stuff. Look at those sunflowers, doing nice. And then this is a type of squash that we've never had before. I don't remember what it is. A couple pepper plants. There's a basil. More peppers. Oh, cayenne coming in. More green beans over there. This is an eggplant that's not doing so hot. I mean, it's doing fine, but it's small. More green beans here. Got a tomato plant. These tomato plants are really small compared to other spots in the garden. Not sure why. I think it's just too much heat. We've been having a bad heat wave. And some spare potted plants. These are all peppers of various varieties. They may end up in the ground at some point, or they'll just stay in the pots. We'll see. In this section, we got look at that big sunflower. This big sunflower. Sugar snap peas, which have just about run their course. Climbing the trellis behind the sugar snap peas is some cucumbers. Down here is a melon crawling around the ground. And we got some tomato, more tomatoes. I believe these are just bell peppers. It's a bell pepper. A little eggplant, again, not doing so hot. This is a zucchini that is thriving. Look at that, that's nice and tall, looking good. Oh, more green beans in there. I think that's a big giant onion. More tomatoes. Are these the cherries? No, they're not. More tomatoes in there. And then here I have some spare tomato plants in pots. Oh, So these potted tomato plants. This tomato plant in a nice big pot, and it's got some tomatoes on it already. Here you go, look at that. Salad. 2 types of lettuce growing really good. I mean, look at that. And this isn't even the best lettuce that I'm growing. The spinach is doing like garbage. It just does not like the heat. Plus, oh look, I've let weeds get in there. So yeah, the spinach is garbage, oh well. But this thing, look at that. All that right there is in a pot that you can't see because it's growing so thick. But this is a melon. I believe this is honeydew. And look at this. This is just thick, growing up the trellis, filling up that whole spot. So that's pretty cool. All these sugar snap peas, which I really need to harvest all this because look, they're tearing down my asparagus. This is asparagus that they're wrapped up in. So all these peas are all mixed in with this asparagus plus the hops here. This is all hops. But then back behind me we've got squash here. I think this is zucchini, but it may not be. Tomato. That's a tomato here. These are all these things that you'll see all around the corners are all that's all garlic, which is just about ready to harvest any week now. Here there's a melon that's crawling around, getting all on this fence and stuff like that. So the melon's everywhere. More tomato in there. And then in here, all this is two cucumbers. Look at this. This cucumber grew up out of the cage, across, and linked over to the other cage. More garlic all around the edges here, and then a couple of tomatoes in there, which I believe those are going to be cherry tomatoes. Over in the corner here, I've got some potted stuff, pepper, tomato, my another pineapple is coming up there, but I'm going to get rid of that. Some rosemary, which will go in the ground eventually. This is a pepper plant that I saved from last year, so this pepper plant is over a year old at this point, and this is jalapeno, I believe. It's an eggplant, another pepper plant from last year, and then this, my carrots. A little carrot bed, and you can actually, I think you can see that the carrots are coming in, so that's cool. Oof, so let's see. Pergola that I have to put up. Hops covering the deck. These onions have not done well. They never got very big. Look, there's 2 super tiny. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with these. I think it's the soil, because if you can't, I don't know if you can tell, but it hasn't held water very well. I'm not sure what the deal is. So let's see. Come over here. In the bedroom window boxes, lettuce. Look at these. This is nice sandwich lettuce right there. Took down a small tree last week that I had to take down. So here we've got strawberries with a tomato plant in the middle of it. Strawberries are doing okay. Here we have more lettuce on either side, and in the middle, radishes. So you can see the radish. You can see the radishes in there. And actually this one is going to seed. So this radish is not going to be good to eat, but it will produce seeds. So I'm going to let this go, let it get tall and produce seeds, and use those seeds. Over here, now see, these onions are doing good. Look at them. Good onions all around. Onions are all in the corners or the edges of all these beds. Nice big zucchini plant in here. Actually just harvested zucchini from this today, some good ones. This is sage. Very old sage. I think this plant is like 6 years old, if roughly, and thyme in that one. These are going to get transplanted soon enough. So anyway, back over here, zucchini, tomato, there's a pepper plant, there's an eggplant, and this eggplant here is doing great, this one. That's a good looking eggplant. Here I've got a potted tomato plant in a cage, a potted eggplant, and look at that. I actually need to cage that. That's doing fantastic. This eggplant, look at that. Great. A melon, which shouldn't do good in a bucket, but I did it anyway just to see. And a pepper plant here. Over on this side, we've got tomato growing well. Another tomato in here. You can see the onion all around the edges. A zucchini in there, and that one will probably be ready to harvest in the next day or so. So zucchini plant here. In here we've got look, it's a mess in there because the peas have died. But there's a what is in there? Oh yeah, that's right. There's a cucumber in here. Look, and you can see the cucumber. There's some other plants that have just sort of died in there. There's some onion, some more tomato over here. They got more peas, more sugar snap peas, more onion, more tomato, a little eggplant here. This, you can see the tendrils heading out, and that's because in the middle here, there's a watermelon plant in there. And in fact, there is a melon around the corner. We'll get to it. Here on the sides of this trellis, climbing up it, are cucumber. You can see, oh yeah, there you go, hanging off, hanging for life. Here's a couple of pepper plants. The one on the left I saved from last year. So again, that one's like over a year old. I brought it in. Well, look, grapes. And I should have shown those before, so we'll get back to that. Hold on. Mint. This barrel of mint we've had for many years, and it just keeps going. You can't kill mint, so that's great. You can see watermelon on its way. This pepper plant's doing good. Onion all around the borders. More pepper plant, another eggplant. This basil's doing okay, but it looks like it's going to seed. And then here, you can look at that. The tendril climbing out, crawling. That one's getting long too. This is watermelon. It's a watermelon plant. So let's see. And then one more stop. Or maybe, no, two. Yeah, one more stop. Back behind this bird netting. Bunches and bunches of grapes. The Concord grapes are coming in, which is great. In the past, the animals have always gotten them, so I'm hoping this bird netting will prevent that, and we'll actually be able to look at them hanging down here. They're all over. Lots and lots of grapes. Strawberry in there, and then up here I got some spare stuff, some spare tomato and peppers. This is chives, which is going to go in the front yard at some point. A melon, which is not going to do anything in this pot. I need to give it to somebody, really. Peppers. Some more spare peppers. What the hell is this? Oh, citronella. This now here. Oh yeah, an extra tomato, which doesn't have a home. Here you go. Look at that lettuce. Look at that. Look at that lettuce. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful, beautiful. Some spinach. It's spinach there. This is salad lettuce, salad and sandwich lettuce. This is celery, and this is arugula. And here you go, a little aerial view. So there you go, garden tour. Bye.